Welcome, Wonders, to another episode of The Lyrics. Today we are breaking down my shit, written by myself and produced by Dusty Fingers. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Yo! Okay, so let's get into the gritty of my shit. If we break down that first verse is talking about all my doubts. It's talking about all my purpose. What's gonna leave it all in the wind? Cause this shit wasn't doing me no favors. Ain't got no wins to make all my moves worth it to do it again. And if I did, things gotta change. If it's gonna make sense, these moves gotta hit different. I had went through a phase where I was looking at my music as a business, and I was looking at it as a storefront, and I realized, okay, there's some things that I'm missing here. And honestly, this business would have been closed years ago because I'm not making a return on my investment. I'm spending so much money to make the music happen, to get the music out there, to create wonderful visuals and marketing and whatever. And I'm spending all of this money on a product that's not making a return. So that's really what this first verse was all about, was that mindset that I had of me not getting back what I had put into it. During this time, and especially this was during COVID, where I started realizing that was a wrong placement. I love doing this, regardless of if I am getting a return on my investment. I love doing this, and the universe reminded me that it's about purpose, and it's about intention, and it's about the message that you're trying to bring across. When I first stepped into music, it was always about the message. I wanted to present the world more love, and with that, there's a certain way that I need to be looking at it. Yes, I do need to look at it as a business when I'm making certain moves, because that's just the way our society is shaped. But aside from that, when I look at it from my drive and why, and the whys of why I want to do it, I have to remember that point of why I fell in love with music. What was its point? What was its purpose for me? How did it lift me? How did it encourage me? And how can I give that back in return? You know, my music is more like a non-profit organization, the way that I need to think about it. So then we get into this prayer, this scream, this cry out to God, saying, "Dear Lord, is this my purpose? I've been here so long. Am I not moving on purpose? What must I learn?" And then I scream out. And this was that thing that I realized was that if I keep looking at the picture that way, I won't see the glory, the potential, the road ahead. It's all about perception. And so my shit is me claiming my own shit. This is me saying, don't know why I doubt my shit. I done let the game tell me how to do my shit. No more sitting down on my shit. I'ma let the world decide if they feel this shit. But I know when you hear this shit, you gonna put your hands up and really feel this shit. Yeah. No more holding back on my shit. I'ma give this shit like my life depends on it. That was me affirming to myself, you know, and me not letting all of the outside voices influence my own creativity, my own artistry, and what I know to be who I am. And I know regardless of it, somebody's gonna hold on to this message. Somebody's gonna like what I do. Somebody's gonna love what I do. And somebody's going to be a fan of what I do. If it's just 5 people, I'm gonna make sure that I bless those 5 people with all of me. Because I know at the end of the day, this is part of my purpose. This is part of my gifts. And if we're not sharing our gifts with the world, then they just sit. They just sit in the ground, they fester, they don't do anything, and that's not what I wanted. Then it goes on to say, all of it. I want all of it. Can't nobody write my story. Can't nobody take my power. I want. And that's just me saying, I want all of what's due to me for all of the work that I'm putting into this. And I'm not going to let someone say that because you're not masculine enough, or because you're not taking your clothes off in these videos, that you are not able to climb these charts, or you're not able to be accepted by people. I don't want to hear that anymore. So I want all of what's due to me. I'm not going to allow anybody to write my story, because I am the author of my own story. The second verse goes on to say, it starts with the truth, and if I'm being truthful, I fear the future if it's hard at this level. To balance a career while protecting my personal, I put so much on me, it was hard to handle. While my potential was dormant, too many voices in my head. I hate to think I may have regrets, but I'ma listen to what my mama said. Listen. This is literally saying that I delete and I come against any other ideas that you might plant in me that is not for me, that is not divine to my purpose, or that does not align to my purpose, and I cast it out. Like, I'm done. Like, that's not who I'm claiming. That's not what I want to claim. And I'm going to only listen to those people that love me. I'm going to only pay attention to those critiques by the people that love me and want to see me advance. That's not looking at me as a product. That's looking at me as a human being. And that humanity goes a long way. This is one of my favorite songs because I feel like I'm kind of talking shit, but it's such an affirmation for myself. And I just hope it becomes an affirmation for you. So there we go. That's my shit. I hope you enjoyed this episode and this breakdown, and tune in next week.